Welcome back guys. So in this video I'll be talking about PlayStation 3 Android emulation. We'll also be talking about Artemis PS3 Android emulator, whether it is real or fake. I'll be mentioning the 3 big obstacles that need to be overcome in order to achieve the successful goal of PlayStation 3 Android emulation. Now I have used RPCS3 PS3 Windows emulator. I'll be using it as a reference because if we are going to get a PS3 Android emulator, it is going to be a port of RPCS3. I highly doubted that someone will create a PS3 Android emulator from scratch. The same thing happened with Dolphin emulator, Citra emulator, even EtherSS2 PS2 Android emulator is a port of PCSX2 emulator. Starting with the first obstacle, the current mobile processors are just not powerful enough to emulate PlayStation 3's processor. I have read a lot of comments of people telling me if Switch Android emulation is possible, PlayStation 3 Android emulation should be possible as well. Now the problem here is that Nintendo Switch comes with an ARM based processor. On the other hand, PlayStation 3 comes with a proprietary processor. Its processor's name is Cell. It is one of the most complex processors ever seen in a gaming console. Back in the day, even the developers had a very hard time optimizing their games for PlayStation 3 platform. This is the reason why most of the multi-platform games used to run better on Microsoft's Xbox 360 console. For example, games like Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4. There are many other examples. For RPCS3 emulator, a processor with 6 cores and 12 threads is recommended for running games. Anything less than this will cause stuttering in a lot of games. Some games may even just crash randomly. Some of the games like Last of Us, Uncharted series are so demanding that even high-end processors struggle to sustain a stable FPS in these games. But this is true that some of the games are lighter on the processor in terms of load. For example, games like Demon's Souls, Persona 5, Skate 3, etc. But then comes the second obstacle, that is heat. Since the emulator is demanding on the processor, it is only natural for the processor to heat up. During the summer season, the temperature of a desktop processor with air cooling can go up to 80 to 85 degrees Celsius when running some demanding games on RPCS3 emulator. And if you are running it on a laptop, the temperature can easily go up to 90 to 95 degrees Celsius due to the limited cooling capability of a laptop. I really can't imagine what will happen to a mobile phone when trying to run such a demanding application. Since most of the mobile phones come with passive cooling, they don't have any internal physical fan for the purpose of dissipating heat. As far as I know, only Red Magic phones come with an internal cooling fan. Due to the overheating of the mobile processor, it will eventually throttle in order to reduce the temperatures. This will lead to a reduction in performance. You will observe stuttering. Sometimes due to overheating, some components around the motherboard get damaged. So in mobile phones, an internal physical fan is highly recommended in order to sustain high performance. Lastly, we have the software department. RPCS3 supports both OpenGL and Vulkan API. Both of them are graphics render. Basically, they draw the individual graphics, trying to explain it in simple terms. Now on RPCS3 emulator, the performance is better using Vulkan. It also fixes a lot of graphical bugs. But when it comes to Android platform, the Vulkan drivers are old and outdated. Android still relies on the ancient OpenGL ES for running games. Vulkan is the newer and advanced API as compared to OpenGL. You must have seen in EtherSS2 emulator, some of the games run better using Vulkan, but some games still run better using OpenGL. If Vulkan on Android is properly utilized, the CPU overhead will be reduced greatly. So guys, these were the 3 obstacles that need to be overcome. Another thing that I would like to mention, when EtherSS2 Android emulator was announced, PCSX2 Windows emulator was in a very stable state. More than 90% of games were playable even on low-end PC hardware, but that is not the case with RPCS3 emulator. A lot of games are still not playable on it, and the games that are playable require mid to high-end hardware. Now guys, moving on to Artemis PS3 Android emulator. This is their YouTube page. A lot of people were asking me whether it is real or fake. Now if you go to the video section, scroll down, it can be seen that they have been uploading what seems to be PS3 Android gameplay videos for 10 days now. The first gameplay video that they uploaded was of GTA 5. I did watch the video. This is the video that they uploaded, GTA 5 running with some graphical bugs. There is a FPS counter here. It's showing a count of 60. Now to be honest guys, after watching the video, anyone can see that the game is not running at 60 FPS, so this FPS counter is fake. There is no overlay. For me, this is a red flag, seems to be completely fake. When EtherSS 2 Android emulator was about to be released, a lot of people uploaded fake gameplay videos. They just added the emulator's overlay in the gameplay videos of games running on a different platform. They even uploaded the gameplay video of GTA 4 running on this emulator. You can see the virtual controls here. The funny thing is that they are using screen recording app to record the gameplay. Screen recorder is demanding on the processor. It's difficult to believe that a mobile processor can emulate a PS3 game as well as run the screen recording app in the background. Personally guys, I'm not buying into this emulator. It is difficult to believe that it is real. Some of the games that they have tested are not playable even on RPCS3 emulator. I really hope that I am proven wrong in the future, but for the time being, just stay away from it until more proof comes out. So guys, I'll end the video here. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.